I'm Edward Schmitz, a partner with Hantzmon Wiebel, and we recently held an event to highlight the risk of cybersecurity attacks for organizations and individuals. This problem is not just happening to other people or other organizations or in other cities. Cybersecurity attacks happen everywhere, as the various headlines indicate. Some business leaders believe that their organizations are just too small for cybercriminals to bother with, but that couldn't be further from the truth. Private businesses and organizations account for almost 60% of data breaches. 75% of those entities don't have appropriate personnel to address IT security. Although there are many forms of attack, the most prevalent cybersecurity threats are phishing, malware, password attack, and an inside attack. With cybersecurity training and proper IT policies and controls, these schemes are easier to recognize and are therefore avoidable. Phishing is the most common method of cyber theft. Hackers send out emails posing as legitimate organizations, such as a bank or a popular social website, or posing as trustworthy individuals, such as colleagues or friends. The cyber thieves want the victim to click on a link that will load malware or ransomware, or they want the victim to provide their password or other sensitive information. Vishing and smishing are various forms of phishing. Vishing is where the hackers call the victim to get their user credentials or other personal identifiable information. And smishing is where the hackers use text messages to carry out their nefarious deeds. Spear phishing is a more advanced form of phishing. Here, the hackers are using more in-depth knowledge of the specific individuals being targeted. You may have heard about a scam where a controller gets an email from the CEO requesting funds to be wired immediately, or requesting a PDF copy of all employees' W-2s from the previous year. Always verbally verify the request directly with the known person before taking action. Don't verify by replying to the email or text. We provided a list of red flags to help identify a phishing email. The bottom line is, if you're not sure about the legitimacy of an email, and the email is requesting you to click on a link or open an attachment, contact the sender by phone or in person to make sure the email is okay. If that's not possible, delete the email. Never reply to the suspicious email. Number 2 on the list of top security threats is malware. Here, the hacker tricks the victim into installing malicious software onto their computer. Like phishing, malware schemes require an unknowing accomplice within the organization to click on a link or open an attachment. That's why it's so important to train employees to spot suspicious emails and delete them. Why would a hacker try to get malware loaded onto someone's computer? The hacker does this either to just damage the computer network, basically to overload the computer network and grind it to a halt, or to gain unauthorized access to the network where they can steal personally identifiable information or other sensitive information. Almost all malware is delivered via email. Unfortunately, roughly 80% of private companies and organizations report that malware evaded their antivirus software. Ransomware is a type of malware where the hacker infects the victim's computer with malicious software that prevents the normal use of the computer and demands a ransom to be paid in order to restore access. This highlights the importance of good, effective backup policies so that in case this happens, the backups can be used to restore the data. Number 3 on the list of top security threats is the password attack. There are different types of password attacks. The brute force attack is where the hacker or the hacker software keeps guessing at passwords until access is gained. In a dictionary attack, the hacker uses a program to try different combinations of words. In a keylogging attack, the hacker employs malware to track users' keystrokes, including login IDs and passwords. Number 4 on the list of top security threats is the inside attack. Here, someone with administrative privileges misuses their credentials to gain access to sensitive company information. Although this type of threat can occur with existing employees, it demonstrates the importance of immediately removing network access when an employee is terminated or resigns. There are various laws and regulations that organizations need to comply with such as privacy regulations and reporting requirements when data breaches occur. We listed some of them here. The penalties for not complying can be onerous. If you haven't already, we suggest that you locate a knowledgeable cybersecurity attorney to help you comply with the various laws and regulations and to assist in writing, or at least reviewing, your IT policies. All organizations need effective IT policies and plans, such as an employee acceptable use policy, that company computers and devices are for company use only, that there is no expectation of privacy, etc. Information security policy, with information about password requirements, physical security of equipment, locking screens when walking away from your desk, not leaving laptops in cars, etc. Remote access policy, even more important in this day and age. Disaster recovery business continuity plan, not just how data will be backed up, but how will the organization continue to operate after a disaster. Incident response plan. We recommend contacting an attorney with experience in cybersecurity notifications. Consider purchasing cybersecurity insurance, but be careful to determine what is covered and what is not covered. When purchasing cybersecurity insurance, make sure to use a knowledgeable IT person when completing the application to ensure it's accurate. We provided cybersecurity tips for private companies and organizations. Training employees at least annually to detect bogus emails will go a long way in preventing a cybersecurity incident. There are companies out there that specialize in providing this type of training. Proper backing up of data is critical, along with requiring strong, unique passwords that are required to be changed frequently. We also provided these cybersecurity tips for individuals. Be vigilant about protecting your personal information, especially on social media. The key points that we emphasized in the presentation are: cybersecurity threats are increasing in frequency and magnitude. States and countries are passing more and more laws regarding data privacy and incident reporting to employees, customers, vendors whose information was stolen. Organizations need to protect themselves as much as possible by implementing strong cybersecurity controls, including frequent employee training to prevent them from clicking on bad links or opening malicious attachments. Here are some resources and websites that you might find helpful. The Federal Trade Commission guide called Cybersecurity for Small Business is a concise, easy-to-read resource. You can get a PDF of this guide for free on the FTC website. Thank you for watching this video. If you need assistance in assessing your current level of cybersecurity readiness, please contact us. Our information is shown here.